happy for it to go ahead, I really am. But it's on the basis that everybody attends who wants to attend. And obviously your colleagues made clear to me these people haven't got the authority.
It's not going to go.
Well, in which case it's on your head, Tom. Or sorry, Anthony's head, he's the president.
Mate, it's you have done this. No?
Good. When you bully people and when you try and exclude people, people fight you back, Tom. I've never accepted bullying in my life, and I'm not going to start now from you.
Thank you for that, thank you.
Or Anthony, who should know better.
Right, thank you for that.
And the irony is, the person who's the cause of this is sitting in Ladbroke Grove lapping his tits off with a lot of you, probably.
Again, thank you for that, thank you.
I am meeting Seb at 12 o'clock if you're going to join us. Yeah. Just making sure what Anthony wants to do, because if Anthony is happy to just...
room, 153.
153. Go to the corridor. Turn right to the very end of the corridor, then lift those stairs to the first floor.
Okay.
Anthony runs Seb trying to get... Seb's a good friend, he tells me what you people are up to.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Including your drug taking, Tom.
Thank you, cheers, thank you for that, thank you.
What was it, oxys?
Thank you, cheers, thank you for that, thank you. Cheers.
Very dirty now, mate.
I'm checking.
Or Anthony's little gathering in the court on Thursday night, trying to get, was it Richard, Mark, Hannah, Paul? All got back to me? Or was that before or after you all went shopping?
What phone?
No, sorry, you weren't there. I take that back.
I think 60-34.
Yeah, don't mess with me.
I'm not scared of you, mate.
Okay, I'm joined on the line now by commentator and transgender activist Stephanie Hayden. Very good evening to you, Stephanie. Now, these comments, as I understand, they were made as part of a statement about Transgender Awareness Day. First off, how do you feel about the two issues being conflated?
I think it's very important that the two lived experiences are treated distinctly. I am a transgender woman. I am not qualified to comment on race. How somebody identifies is primarily a matter for them. Whether or not that is recognised by the legal system is an entirely different question.
Do you have any sympathies? Do you see any similarities? I mean, is it as simple as an issue of somebody identifying the way they feel?
I believe it's about lived experiences. It's important, in my view, to draw a distinction between your lived experience and what the law and the state recognises. It's not for any other person to pass judgment on the lived experience of another. If, however, one wishes to access, for example, services provided for a specific group of people, that could then become an objective matter where the state steps in.
The last few years have seen a rise in awareness of trans issues. Some would say in place of gay issues. Is race fluidity the next battle to be fought?
I don't believe you can describe it as a battle. At the risk of repeating myself, it is about lived experience, and it's important that society recognises the lived experiences of the individual, respects the individual choices that a person may make, and most importantly of all, does not discriminate, does not harass, and does not intimidate. It's not for others to pass judgment.
I'm sure an awful lot of people would agree with you about not discriminating against people. I'm sure that these issues are very confusing also for a lot of people who are used to things being a certain way, and change can be difficult. How do you see these issues playing out in the future? Do you envisage, would you like a world where people have no fixed race or have no fixed gender, everybody can choose, or nobody has any of them?
I can only comment on the world as it is today, and in particular I can only really comment on my own experience as a transgender woman. Society is organised, rightly or wrongly, at the moment on a gender binary, and it is where you fit in that system. I feel more comfortable as a woman, but I don't self-identify as a woman. I'm legally recognised by the state as a woman. And although most of my transgender peers are not legally recognised as such by the state, nevertheless we have strong Equality Act laws in the UK which provide a high degree of protection and rights to access services which are designed, in my particular case, for women. And it is important that those rights are recognised, acknowledged, and not confused with an entirely different debate, which is about who, in the case of transgender people, is recognised legally as male or female.
Yeah, and it is a huge debate, and we'll have to arrange something like that to discuss it, because it's a significant one, and one that we need to have. Many thanks, Stephanie Hayden, my guest commentator, transgender activist. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh.
I'm asking the average man in the street what he knows about...
I say, you're not Esther Ranson, are you?
No, I'm afraid I'm not.
Oh, what a pity. I've got great admiration for her, you know. I'm so impressed by her intelligence. The way she rails against the bureaucrats and the establishment. The way she takes up the sword in defence of the little man. Apart from that, you know, not many people know that she's got a great pair of knuckles.
Well, I'm sorry I'm not Esther Ranson, but I would like to know what you know about coupling rods, distributor shafts and big ends. And cams.
Ooh, coming knickers.
And rear chassis.
Rear chassis, bounce up and down.
bumpers.
Ooh, boom, jelly on the plate. Come on, come here. No, don't leave me.